When I came into foundation, I came in with a certain, I would say, confidence that, I'll manage the course. My sister introduced me to it, and she said, I was telling her that I'm feeling this pull. I did a few coaching sessions at work, and I felt that I feel, there's a need for me to understand how to meet people in slightly deeper dimensions, and I'm not sure. So she said, consider this course, and I read it up, and I read up about it, I heard about it, and I said, yeah, I can do this. I was like, I can do this. And then the sessions began, and well, I couldn't. And I found it so difficult. I really found it so difficult, to be honest, in the beginning. And I was, I think, for the first time brought, brought face to face, literally, with the choices that I have made in my life, which have taken me so far away from the way I want to live. And I think as I started to read the practices and work on them a little bit, I kind of somewhere hit a wall, and I felt that, okay, I can't do this, And I think I, at various stages, had fear, definitely, especially at the beginning of mastery, because I was like, I can't do this. I entered it saying, okay, I can't do this. But I think the thing about trust, right? I heard a lot about trust from some people as well. And as I read the book, and I think practice 6 is about, having that trust, not just in the session, but also in yourself. And I think just the moment I started looking at that trust a little bit more and inviting, just letting the control go, it started to come together a little bit. And for me, it's been a bit of a personal magic story as well for myself. So if there's magic happening in the session, there's magic happening for me too. Because, out of nowhere, I enter the session and I'm like, okay, I don't know where to go. And then I remind myself, trust and, the higher consciousness, I don't really have to do anything. And then things take shape. So similarly, I think for my life, I think the biggest learning for me right now is to trust that I shall receive. And that was one of my learnings in one of the coaching sessions that I did as well, that it's not my doing, it's my being. And the being rooted in trust and spirit is really the receiving of it, the receiving comes from there. So for me, a lot of introspection, a lot of thinking of how I want to live my life. And I think that's my true takeaway from this course. And big thank you for everybody, literally, for opening up their lives. It's not easy to do. I know that I struggled to coach or be a coachee or even be an observer on one of the group sessions because it's so difficult to do. And yet everybody opened up, with very sensitive parts of their life, offered their inner space for exploration openly and freely. So thank you so much for that.